Pay close attention now because what's about to happen is out of the norm. This is not your average message. A voice from on high has spoken, a heart-centered spiritual awakening. You arrived here by design. There's a good reason you're paying attention. Had acted on impulse. This day has been planned by me, the Lord your God, from before the day you were born. This word I am about to speak to you must settle into fertile soil within your parched spirit, within the place where it has been silently pleading for change. Consequently, I beg you, stay focused. Never give someone else the chance to take what is properly yours. Infused with vitality and spirit, my words have the power to shatter barriers, pave the way, and dispel shadows. What I am about to release will drastically alter your course, so please remain with me. Neither a fleeting inspiration nor an emotional high will do. This is a divine decree, an intervention on your behalf from the most powerful ruler in the universe. Into your life, I am blowing a new breeze, a nip that snuffs out your loss and stirs up your latent potential. Things are occurring in the unseen realm even as you hear this. You are being guided by angels, opportunities are presented to you, and solutions are imminent. Your prayers, which you believed went unheard, have come to me like a pleasant aroma. There is a bottle where all the secret tears you cried are kept. The anguish you are experiencing is not something I have disregarded. Your cries have not escaped my attention. I am the one who perceives, hears, and responds. Get a good look at it. Already I've begun to unlock doors that have been sealed for a long time. Those were the same doors that, despite your faith, exhaustion, and pleas, eventually opened. Then they'll open up in front of you like they were never closed. My decision to show you grace is based on my own free will, not on whatever merit you may have. Now is the moment for immediate action. A wonderful thing is on its way to your house. It's tailor-made to meet your soul's most profound need, a true miracle. There is absolutely no way to prevent it. Not the adversary with his traps, not the hurtful past, and not fear with its falsehoods. I have already declared something open, and nothing can stop it. I am here with you right now. This goes beyond your feelings and thoughts. It exists. I am enveloping you, shielding you, mending what is broken, restoring what is twisted, and safeguarding what is yours. You need not be scared. There is support for you. When you felt like everything was going downhill, I was there for you through the storm, the diagnosis, the family dispute, and the fire. Neither the strength nor the acuity of my hearing prevents me from rescuing. As of today, my words carry weight. There will be no protracted procedure. You won't have to wait around for years during this season. This action needs to be done right away. At the moment, I am employed. I am performing while you listen. Although you have faith, I am letting go. Although you are receiving, I am repairing. I am aware of the private talks you have had. On those evenings when you felt alone in your battle, I've been there. The seemingly definitive diagnoses, the shut doors, and the heartbreaking betrayal are all things I'm familiar with. And the whole time I've been sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect opportunity to jump in. That time has come. This word must not be missed. Take note of it. Please do not disregard this message. This may be your last chance to speak with someone before something happens that will alter the course of your narrative irrevocably. Remain in this spot. Hold on for a second. This word which I am about to seal with fire is intimate, direct, and everlasting. You are participating in the manifestation as you listen, believe, and affirm your faith in the comments. I am present. When others try to close doors, I am the one who opens them. It is I who make promises and keep them. Here I am, the God who you seek. As the one who shaped you in the womb of your mother, I am speaking to you now as your everlasting Father. So listen carefully, the one who is familiar with your entire being. Not everyone will understand this message. You are the only one who will ever use it. In the invisible realm, your name is etched into every word I utter. I am working in places you have no idea how to reach. All the while you sit here concentrated and still. I am about to explore the most inner recesses of your being. The areas where you bury your anxieties, hurts, annoyances, fatigue, and uncertainties. You are standing on sacred ground. Do not disobey this voice. I have reserved this time to release you, heal you, and propel you on. I am alleviating suffering and restoring stability where it had been lacking. A solid groundwork is gradually replacing that emotional roller coaster, the ebb and flow mood swings, and the uncertainty that has caused you to doubt your faith. Your feet will be planted firmly on rock, not on sand that can shift underfoot. I am bringing stability to your inner being so that you can break free from the grip of your external circumstances. You are not to be followed, but rather to lead. You are strong beyond your wildest dreams, because you were created in my likeness. Everything I say to you right now is a portion of the blessings I am bestowing upon you, so don't stop listening. I can feel the vibe in your house. I have a better grasp on it than you do. The tense atmosphere and uncomfortable quietness are signs of unhealed wounds, and I can feel them. Your statements, which you withhold for fear of escalating the confrontation, are well known to me. But now I'm stepping in with a mix of strength and vulnerability. The one and only power to subdue wrath and inspire tranquility. I am here as the peacemaker prince, and the tranquility I feel is not fleeting or fickle. A new beginning, forgiveness, and a tranquil environment are the results of this kind of tranquility. While you listen, I am currently doing this. Indeed, I am speaking at this very moment. There is a magical event occurring every time your attention is fixed on my voice. Stay focused and ignore any distractions. You cannot halt this message. My throne is the source of this life-giving current, which is a river of truth. Every proclamation leads to progress, and every voice has the power to save. It was attempted to be taken from you. They are known to me. Some others, their genuine objectives concealed, attempted to obstruct your way. But listen up. What I have in store for you is unaffected by any of them. I am unaffected by deceit, by ulterior motives, and by the evils that have befallen you. There is no invisible barrier that is not falling apart now. The barrier is crumbling. Dissolving the traps and the arguments are happening simultaneously. Furthermore, those who conspired against you will personally observe my actions in your favor. No defense will be necessary. There is no need for you to describe your trip. You will not fritter away time defending your method. I will intervene on your behalf. Your adversaries will be rendered speechless by the clarity of my work. You will be vindicated today. I am restoring dignity to a place where it had been desecrated. When you were previously reviled, I am bringing dignity back to you. On your behalf, I am influencing attitudes. Unexpected people will start relinquishing resources, clearing the path, and opening doors for you. They are only going to do this because I am influencing them, not because they are nice or like you. The king's heart is touched by me. Hearts have been swayed in your favor today. Neither chance nor circumstance played a role. With pinpoint accuracy, everything is being guided. I am the master planner. I arrange every meeting, every conversation, and every look. I am the creator of every intricate detail. By the way, I am putting you in circumstances you never believed you could be in before. Be very attentive when discussing your health. Put your fears aside. On those evenings when you can't sleep because you're worried about the future and dwelling on sad memories, I've been there. But I am here now to proclaim that peace has returned. In this precise moment, my hand is touching every single system in your body. Your entire body, including your organs, blood, bones, and thoughts, is undergoing a process of regeneration. What medical professionals deemed chronic, I refer to as healed. I am enabling what appeared to be impossible. This treatment is inhumane. is the influence of the resurrected Christ on your existence. Not only am I at work in you, but I am also concerned about the people who occupy your thoughts all day and night. Those people for whom you never cease to pray. You can't take up arms in defense of those who are far away or who are fighting a terrible battle. I am already in touch with them. I have encircled their routes with barriers to prevent them from harm. All new routes for their secure return have been prepared by me previously. Keep your calm in the face of chaos. I am in charge of everything. I am attentive to every detail. My hand will reach them regardless of the time it takes or the choices others make. Additionally, I am familiar with the times when you felt encircled by enviously, cruel remarks, and unjust criticisms. Still, your spirit was hurt, no matter how quiet you were. However, I saw that you're wearing new clothes today. Peace where there was once a storm, honor where there was chaos, and authority where dishonor existed. Your tale was already written before you even had an idea. With my own two hands, I have witnessed every move, every angle, every cry, every triumph, and every silence. You have traversed paths where it seems as though there was no escape. People have been making decisions without considering you. There have been a lot of competing viewpoints, and you've been in a tough situation. But here you are, continuing to breathe only because of my will, supported not by your own power but by mine. There is no need for you to feel disoriented or lost. At every turn, you were perplexed. Every moment that the applause was absent, every talk that wounded, every door that stayed closed, I witnessed it all. I may have been vague about the reasons behind some events, but you were always a part of my grand scheme. I am aware of and have not disregarded all that has transpired in your immediate vicinity. When you felt like running away, I was there. When verbal abuse is more painful than physical harm, when the unwavering support you were promised from individuals you believed would be there for you felt as frigid as ice within, I am aware of the things that you have concealed from me. If you wanted to say something but were afraid you would offend someone or be misinterpreted, there were times you held back. Furthermore, I am aware of how challenging it was for you to maintain your strength in the face of overwhelming internal resistance. But you opted to oppose at every turn. I respected you every time you had faith, even when you couldn't see. There has been fruit from it. The healing I deliver will last. It will not be fleeting, sentimental, or superficial. It is solid, profound, and unmovable. Those aspects of yourself that no one has ever seen before. Those spots where you've buried your weariness. You want to just relax because of it. Those are the areas where I am currently engaged in work that is invisible to the outside world. Reason being, I am not content to limit my healing efforts to the obvious. I feel the essence of what has molded you from the inside out. I am not proposing an easy way out or a superficial solution. I am tearing down the falsehoods you have held about who you are. I am eradicating the ideas that have been implanted in your head since you were a little child. Words like those should never have been spoken to you. These heartbreaking setbacks altered your perspective on love. I am challenging the inflated self-perception you developed as a result of past disappointments, feelings of rejection, and unhealthy comparisons. No, you are not feeble. You are absolutely correct. I am not lagging behind. You still have time to seize the opportunity. I am reclaiming the time you felt was lost and transforming it into something meaningful. At this very moment, I am removing the parts of you that do not belong here. The insecurity that prevented you from advancing when you ought to have. The persistent anxiety that masqueraded as caution, and the continual worry. Where impulsive impulses and inner turmoil once existed, I am establishing balance. Peace be upon me. I am providing stability and direction where there was previously emotional instability. Where there was ambiguity, I am now clarifying goals. I can see your house, but my eyes are trained on more than meets the eye. I perceive more than simply the room's furnishings, walls, and ceiling. I perceive the lingering emptiness, the disputes that have not been settled, and the reoccurring generational scars. I, however, am here as the one capable of altering the ambiance. Through the power of grace, I am remaking painful memories into beautiful ones. You will turn what was once something you were embarrassed to talk about into a powerful testimony. Even if your housemates act unresponsive, unmotivated, or confused, know that they are being touched. Everything that I have said about your house will come to pass because my word is not void. The people who smiled at you secretly harbored envy, and I knew their faces. The hands that extended to welcome you were actually secretly hoping that you would fail, as I witnessed firsthand. The words that escaped your ears were crystal clear in my ears. You made the right choice by not defending yourself. I thought it was fair that you didn't want retribution. I will defend you for it. Every human-made barrier that stands in your way is crumbling under my feet. Any insult becomes meaningless beyond a certain point. Every concealed plant weakens with time. Fight or dispute, you'll have to. Over the course of your life, the proof will be in my backing. New positive relationships are entering your life as I put them into alignment. Those that seek you out will do so with pure intention, not ulterior motivations. Doors will be opened for you by some. There will be those who are willing to lend you a hand as you go. Other people will just be loyal and honorable companions as you go forward. Nothing ever meant for what you lost to remain. Everything that hurt you had to go. No additional suffering is in store for what is to come. With delight, it will arrive. Not everything I am working on is visible to you. Even if you haven't been there yet, I am advancing your cause there. Positive comments about you are being made in conversations. The release of resources is happening even if you haven't noticed any changes just yet. Lives are being transformed. I am the one in charge. Not you. You don't have the necessary connections or influence. Never in a million years will anything that has been reserved for you go missing. And when it does come, it will be just when you need it, without fail or condition. I am taking immediate action without prior notice since my loyalty is not dependent on human calendars. Your narrative is losing what appeared to be an immutable element at one point. I am revising sections that you believed were completed. I am reversing the decisions that doctors had already made. Beyond the tangible, my hands touch everything. They hit you where it hurts on an emotional, psychological, and spiritual level. When I am here, your whole being reacts. I can feel everything. Also, by working with you, I am able to reach out to the people for whom you have silently prayed. You have shed silent tears for certain individuals. I am currently using my might upon them. They are still out there. You can hold them. Plus, I can easily get my hands on them. The whole affair has been witnessed. A complete tally has been made. Then things start to shift. After what seems like an eternity, you finally give up and start to think that maybe those things weren't intended for you. Not because you lost faith, but because your expectations were dwindling due to the passage of time, the appearance of ineffectuality, and the repeated disappointments. Although it seemed like everything was at a standstill to you, I was actually hard at work behind the scenes. I refrained from speaking up because I was nurturing an idea that would blossom at the proper moment, not because I didn't care. Rather than being punishments, the delays were safeguards. I shielded you from danger and prevented you from going down roads that may have undermined your inner strength, your sense of purpose, and your serenity. It was heavenly preparation, not an activity. Entering a new season is what you are doing today. A fresh vibe has emerged in the atmosphere. Even though no one else can see it, you can feel it. Something tells you that change is on the horizon, even though you don't understand it just yet. There is more than simply gut feeling at work here. My voice is reaching out to you, announcing that the skies have parted for your benefit. Something unseen connects your dreams with the reality you are about to face. The spiritual progress made over the years is now manifesting physically. Do not feel pressured to comprehend every detail. My behavior doesn't always live up to your standards, but you've grown to the point where you can see this. No worries about it. Some things can be received even without understanding them. Even if they appear weird at first glance, my blessings will ultimately be from me. Though they may not appear to be what you requested, the items I provide will exceed your expectations. In ways you could never have imagined, I will put you in circumstances that will bring out qualities in you that you were previously unaware of. You will not be guided by reason, but rather orders throughout this upcoming season. And I am confident that my spirit will lead me in that direction, and it will come to me quietly and without effort. Your perception of yourself is evolving alongside this transformation because of me. So much of who you are now comes from the past. Your losses, your blunders, the criticisms, and the unjust comparisons that others have made. All of that, however, is crumbling. What I regard as importance, power, beauty, and purpose, I am revealing to you. Under the radar, I have honored what most others didn't see. I picked out the things that other folks turned down. Nothing about you is something I dislike. On the contrary, I intend to show my glory through every aspect of your journey, even the tough parts. My interventions in your life are about more than simply bestowing rewards. They are about a radical metamorphosis. With my help, you will be able to do things that were before too difficult for you. After a promise is fulfilled, I don't want it to be taken away from you. This is why I am currently creating vows with you that cannot be seen. Wisdom, discernment, emotional stability, and spiritual integrity are covenants. You won't need what I'm about to give you for the short term. Joining it with your new self is inevitable. There is no turning back now. Previous patterns will not ensnare you. The power of your emotions will not hold you back either. Everything will be within your control, and you'll be able to see clearly. Additionally, inviting purposeful others to accompany you on your journey is crucial. No forced connections will be required for this new season. Nobody will notice that you're trying to get their attention or acknowledgement. I will direct the people that enter your life. A burden they will not be. A catalyst, they will propel us forward. In fact, they will bring clarity rather than uncertainty, and they will assist you in making sense of things. Relationships that are superficial will not allow you to progress during the season. Some xyle, some space, and some breaks are all that I'm willing to provide. You couldn't take everyone you were with to the next level. Embrace this transformation. You are not marginalized. There is a path that I am preparing ahead of you. There will be choices to be made in the days to come, and you will be fully prepared. Instead of analysis, rely on the peace I offer you. No physical force will be required to open the correct door. There will be no strain or anxiety, just calm when it opens on its own, and then you are going to understand it's mine. Disregard matters over which you have no control. I've watched every single thing. You could always count on my presence, even during the seemingly insignificant moments. Your path was damaged by choices you think. It is I who am recovering. You can yet find a way to get back what you thought was lost for good. Nothing is permanently etched into stone, and not everything has vanished. The process of writing, sculpting, and surprising you has not ended. Additionally, I am clarifying topics for you that were previously perplexing. You may have encountered problems, felt unfairness, or been confused by procedures that simply did not make sense. Things are beginning to fall into place. Even in the things you don't comprehend, I give you calm. It's not that everything will be disclosed at once. For me to know that you are in my care is a revelation, even when you are unsure about the solution. True spiritual growth does not occur when one has all the answers, but rather when one learns to trust in the face of uncertainty. Your path is one of trust, not sight. Now is the moment when everyone will find out your hidden plan. What I am doing in bringing you up is not to make you look good, but to show the world the power of my hand when a person gives it all. You are not going through this for your own glorification, but rather to testify. Everything that was nurtured in secret will now blossom for all to witness. But since you won't put your faith in compliments or get defensive when you hear negative feedback, your heart will be safe. Your real authority does not rest in the judgments of others, but in my ever-present voice, as you have discovered. I am not leaving anything behind when I enter your life. The effects will trickle down to subsequent generations. I am releasing long-standing habits, routines, mindsets, and perspectives that do not align with my reality. You were the catalyst. The old ways have to give way to you. It is through you that others will find liberation, restoration, and direction. Thanks to the work I have invested in you at this very moment, you have begun this road trip, but others will go further. What you're experiencing is more than just a phase of your life. I have initiated and will see through a comprehensive change. No one or thing can derail my goals. There is no room for error or opposition. Everything I've promised, I will do. I shall see through to completion what I've begun. Moreover, the future holds much more grandeur than the past. A new phase is beginning, and with it, the burden you've been carrying for a long time will start to naturally ease. Anywhere you go, you'll feel a new lightness. The difficulties are still there, but you've become stronger spiritually as a result. The invisible worked its magic during times of darkness, yet a spark of eternity was kindling within you. It was unnoticed by onlookers because so many people focus on surface-level details. Without your knowledge, the seed I put in you has been growing, and I can see the root. Now everything is falling into place. Thanks to my strength and to the readiness of your inner self, you can now handle what you were before unable to. You have quietly obeyed, shown endurance, and had your character tested. You made the decision to keep going, even though everyone and everything told you to give up many times. Still, I counted those baby steps as a huge victory, even though nobody else did. Grand stages weren't necessary for you to demonstrate your loyalty. No amount of public acclaim could have compensated for your consistent work in the shadows. By having a heart like that, I am able to bring about positive change in your life. Nothing like the last time. No, you are not confined to an endless loop. No, you are not confined to a spiritual prison. A belief that defies words is propelling you ahead, not in the same way that emotions do. That belief wasn't formed by you. My intention in planting it was to fortify myself for the challenges that lay ahead, which will not be met in a day. We are protecting your foundation. I am ensuring that the factors that used to unsettle you will now be significantly less potent. Your serenity is being eroded by the very voices that once disturbed it. Once paralyzed fears, there is no resistance when your decisions dissolve. By the way, that is not an accident. If this is happening to you, it means that a new chapter has begun. What you are going to hear is not your average term, so pay close attention, is not ordinary. It is a divinely inspired message. Your soul needs a spiritual wake-up call. You didn't stumble across this by chance. Listening to this is not an act of randomness or chance. In anticipation of your birth, I, the Lord your God, have set this day in motion. In your parched spirit, which has been beseeching for rescue in silence, I have planted this word as a transformational seed that must land on rich soil. I want you to stay focused because of that. You must not allow any obstacles to rob you of what is rightfully yours. The power to liberate, to pave new ways, and to cast light into dark places lies in every word I utter. I am releasing something that will shift your direction immediately, so stay with me. In other words, this is not a fleeting inspiration or illusion. The Emperor of Kings is taking immediate action in response to your predicament, and it is a divine command. New life is blowing into your life from me. A gust of wind that scatters the remnants of your previous setbacks and stirs the latent powers within you. As you listen, things are happening in the invisible realm even now. Things are looking up, opportunities are appearing, and solutions are on the way. Like fragrant incense, I have received the prayers you thought were unheard. Everything you've cried out in quiet has ended up in my bottle. My attention has not evaded your suffering. My ears have not been averted from hearing your cries. See who's listening and who's responding. It's me. Carefully observe, for I have begun to unlock doors that have been sealed for a long time. The same doors you pounded on with hope, weary, and a desperate plea. Still, they were closed the first time. Then they'll open up like they've always been open. Grace is bestowed upon you not because you have merited it, but simply because I have chosen to do so. Right now, action is required immediately. You are about to receive a miraculous delivery. This marvel has been painstakingly crafted with heavenly care to meet your eternal need. As a result, it will continue unabated. I have already declared this to be open for you, so there is no way that the enemy, your past hurts, or your fear can stop you. Let yourself be enveloped by my presence without delay. This isn't a passing fad. There is no denying its reality. In my protective embrace, I am mending what was shattered, rearranging what was out of place, and safeguarding what is rightfully yours. Get over it. To show your support for those who believe in God, please like, share, and subscribe. Divine God Message.